Ladies and gentlemen, this is DJ God right here on Lost Loaded on XRP Radio. And on the phone today with me is Erik Leviathan from Misanthropik Torment. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, brother? Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for joining me this afternoon on this cold day in Texas. So,
is it cold out there, brother?
Oh, man, it's like 44 degrees. It's supposed to get down to like 30 degrees tomorrow, down in the down to the low 20s tonight. Yeah, so it's cold.
Yeah, we still got snow, ice on the fucking ground out here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so let's talk about Misanthropik Torment for just a minute. Let's talk about how you guys kind of came to be and, start there.
All right, cool. So, Misanthropik Torment, like, I founded this project when I got out of prison, and I've worked with many different artists. So I would say that this project is somewhat of a solo project, but not really, because I work with instrumentalists all over the globe, and I have different people every time I do a different album because I want the album to sound different than the last one. This go around, I'm working with Aaron Moore, Immortal. He's in a project called Immortal and a few other projects out there. So, for me, I came out and I decided that I was going to do everything I ever wanted to do, and I started doing this music, and it just blossomed. At first, it was an experimental type of thing because I don't do things the conventional way. You know what I mean?
Right.
But so Misanthropik Torment is basically my project, but I work with other people to create the music because I don't have a band. It seems like everybody is kind of a little, I don't blame them for being scared to work with me. You know what I mean? I really don't, but people are kind of afraid to even fucking touch the work that I do.
Right. Well, I've followed you for quite some time now, and I kind of know that some of the history of your project there. And when you had the record label and everything, we talked for a brief period back then. And I followed the band then, and I was like, okay, this is different than what you're going to hear on your typical internet radio station or even FM. So it's quite unique back in the day, even at that time.
Yeah, I have a lot of influences, but I like to call this, and I don't know if this genre has been invented yet, but it's like a bunch of genres that are already invented. It's more like an extreme shock, blackened death metal project.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, definitely.
But so I mean that's what I do. I basically take the angst and the anger that I know everybody else already has, and I put it into music. I put my own frustrations into music because I mean the world's fucked up, bro. The world's a fucked up place. Yeah. So I make music for a fucked up world, for people to enjoy, rage out about, at the end of the day, it's fucking entertainment, not a dick. Don't take it so hard.
Right, exactly. But, like you were saying, the world's pretty messed up right now, with all the way around, So anyway, let's talk about kind of what your writing process is. I know you work with a lot of different instrumentals and things. So did you come up with the idea, or does one of your musicians, they come up with the idea, or what happens there?
What I do after after I finish one album, I take a break for a while and I wait for more inspiration to hit me, which it doesn't take long because, like I said, I write from what I see in the world. So I'll come up with an idea and a direction that I want to go. I'll write the lyrics for everything before music's even done, which is a bad thing because I end up rewriting everything afterwards. But the skeleton of the idea is there. And then I'll find somebody that has a sound that I'm looking to incorporate, which this time it was Immortal, Aaron Moore. I gave him the ideas that I wanted to do, and he ran with it. He created some awesome music, brought some of the best vocals I've ever done out of me, which is really, really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So basically, when it comes to the lyrics, the themes, and everything, I do all that. Aaron Moore did contribute some lyrics to this album, but I'm not going to say which ones. I'm just going to say that he contributed a few lines here and there, but he doesn't really want to. Never mind. I should anyway. So, but it's basically the theme is my idea, the direction that I want to go is my idea, and then the instrumentalists they take it and they run with it. And you know, if I like what they do, I take it and I lay my vocals to it. If I don't like what they do, I tell them this isn't going to work for me.
Right, exactly. Well, I think that's a good writing process. You know, because I've run across a lot of bands during my 10 years as a DJ. And typically, you know, it's like you said, somebody will come up with like a riff or a beat or, you know, a groovy bass line or even just an idea. You know, all come around and kind of work around that one idea. It sounds kind of like that's what you do is kind of work around one idea and put everything into place.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. You know, with creating something, especially when you are like over 1,000 miles away from somebody, it can be kind of difficult. It can be more time consuming than actually having a full band. But when I hear something good and it sets my soul on fire, you know, it makes me move and I feel this, man, and I can do something with this, you know?
Right, exactly. And I think that's good for you as a musician, is you can really feel it and when you bring that to your listeners, or to the people who listen to your music. That's great because then you can empower somebody, not tear somebody down, but to empower them. You know?
Exactly. You know, I think a lot of people have me very misunderstood. Yes, I am an angry guy. Yes, I put out angry music. But I mean, I'm not angry 24/7, bro. Like, I love my family. I love humanity. I love to make people feel. I love to make people think. You know, and at the end of the day, my music is meant to make the people who are receptive to it think deeper on a critical level. And, you know, I'm only one guy. I know I'm never going to make any change. Like, I have no delusions on that. I know the world is fucked. It's always going to be fucked. But at the end of the day, we got to rage about something, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bands out there that you can draw inspiration from as well. You know, look at Rage Against the Machine.
Oh yeah, yeah. Look at Body Count back in the day. See, and this is something that I feel that the music industry itself is missing, and it's not because nobody has the attitude. It's because that a lot of people, and I don't blame them, and I'm not tearing people down here, but a lot of people are scared. They're scared to voice their opinions because of cancel culture. They're afraid that cancel culture is going to cancel them if they rock the boat. See, I'm that guy that wants to rock the boat. I don't want to just rock the boat. I want to sink that motherfucker, and I want to bring shit back to the way it was in the early 80s and 90s where people had attitude in metal, because you know what? Attitude is what sold records. Playing it safe has never sold a record. You know, so, I mean, I didn't just do this album because, just for no fucking reason. I did it for many different reasons, for people who are receptive, for people who feel like they have no voice, and for the bands out there so that they can see the traction that I've got with this album all by my lonesome. No promoter would touch it. Nobody would touch it, but somehow I got it mentioned in Loudwire all by myself without paying anybody a fucking dime, bro. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, my message for everybody as far as the music industry is create what you want to create and have that attitude. I promise you, you know, I've taken pages out of Ice-T's book from Body Count. You know, they came out with Cop Killer. Fucking Marilyn Manson was the most controversial fucking dude in the 90s. Everybody wanted to kill him. They protested everything. But if you take it back further and take a look at Frank Zappa, that dude was ahead of his time, bro. I'm not the only one who's done what I'm doing now. The only thing different now is I'm the only one doing it now.
Right. Well, take a step back to the whole cancel culture that you talked about, you know, earlier. And you look at that cancel culture, and when you have a voice and you speak up against the cancel culture or anybody like that, then people take offense to that. So when you put out music like that that says, "Hey, this is pretty messed up," you know, and this is how I feel about it. This is what my idea is behind it, and I'm not saying to go hurt anybody, but this should encourage you to open your mind and to think.
Yeah, open your mind to creation. Don't limit yourself to what your fear is telling you. You know what I mean? Because when you limit your ideas to basically other people's perception or how they will receive it, you limit your art, and it's not authentic anymore. You know, I'm all about authenticity. And I understand the reason for cancel culture a little bit, you know. Like, if some dude's a dirtbag pedophile, cancel that motherfucker, you know. If there's some dude running around out there beating on women, cancel him. If there's some dude out there being a racist bigot, cancel him too. But unfortunately, never mind.
I was going to say, we're going to sit back in the middle of it. Anyway, but no, but I'm totally right there with you, man.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the current album. Here goes the controversy.
Yeah, right? Here we go.
Here we go. So the first song is Make Assassinations Great Again. Now, I listened to the song. I listened to it like 3 times this morning just to go on, just so I can get a better understanding of what your message was and how it made me feel. So when I listened to it, I was like, this is not an anti-Semitic song. This is more of a song to encourage you, like I said before, and to make you think what's really going on out there.
Yeah, you know, see, a lot of people, I think they take me wrong, whether it's just because they don't like me or whatever. But the song itself, Make Assassinations Great Again, is something about it already happened. I wrote this song in the mind frame of the 2 people who already tried to assassinate this man. And the reason I wrote it that way is so people could understand. They already know, but so people could understand how far gone this whole fucking world is, to the point where everybody is so fed up that 2 people had to go and try and do some crazy shit. It's not a fucking call to action like everybody thinks it is. It's more of an awareness, like, hey man, this world is fucked up, and it's fucked up to the point where it's pushing people to go do things like this. You know what I mean? And I wrote the song from both perspectives of the dude. One dude who already went and did it, and then the other dude who was like, well, fuck, he didn't do it, so I'm going to try and do it. And that was basically what the song was about. It had nothing to do with me saying, go do this, or I'm going to do this. I mean, that's just fucking stupid, bro. Why would if I was going to do anything like that, I sure as hell would not be so public and vocal about it, bro. But I'm not that dude. I ain't going to do that. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. I think people's perceptions of music like this, they tend to get jaded by their own, I want to say, rose-colored glasses, if you will.
Yeah.
You know, they see what they want to see, so they're missing the entirety of it all. You know, like you said, this is not a call to arms, not a call to action. It's more just a look, all this fucked up like this, and people are think they have to do this. Now, but then again, though, we have to address the whole other issue in that, and it is the mental illness aspect of it. You know,
yes.
Because that's a whole other ball game there. But I think that plays into it when people are so downtrodden or feel so downtrodden that they go that route.
Yeah, you know, and I agree with that. And when the Secret Service came to my house, because the Secret Service did come to my house. You can see it on my page. If you're my friend, I had to lock my page because I kept getting death threats and reports and everything else. But they talked to me, bro. Obviously, I'm not a threat. You know, they talked to me. I'm not in jail. But they did ask me, you know, from now on, because of people who have these mental illnesses and who are just batshit crazy, if I would just make disclaimers on my posts and let people know that this is not something that I'm saying to do, and I'm not. You know, it's art, it's entertainment, and, you know, if you feel it and you're receptive to it, be receptive to it, but don't do anything dumb to people, man. Nobody wants to go to prison. Trust me, I've been there. And if you want to go there, then you're just a fucking idiot, bro. You know what I mean?
Right. You see, I was going to make a comparison here, and pardon me if I'm wrong around the place when I do this, but I kind of compared just the whole situation with Ozzy Osbourne and Suicide Solution. They took one little extra of that song, which said shoot, shoot, shoot. But the whole song is about suicide.
Yeah, you know that song, Suicide Solution, is about your internal, you're doing it to yourself by drinking yourself to death, you know?
Right.
But, you know, if you take a look at back in the 90s, Marilyn Manson was blamed for the Columbine shootings because he came out with a song called Get Your Gun, like, 5 years before that shit even happened, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not like he was telling people to go do that. I think artists like myself and Marilyn Manson are highly misunderstood because we use imagery and unconventional ways of marketing to capture attention. And in this oversaturated market, I mean, the market is oversaturated with so much good talent. It takes a lot to shock anybody anymore. Everything's been done already. So, of course, I had to turn this dude's slogan from Make America Great Again to Make Assassinations Great Again to fucking slap you in the face and get you to fucking pay attention, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And I'll go back one more time to the whole thing of it's not a call to arms or a call to action. It's a call to attention, to paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah, you know.
So, that being said, and I haven't had a chance to listen to the other stuff yet, but I'm sure it's just as good. But I do want to touch on the music itself.
Okay.
Not the lyrics, but everything else about the music. When I first listened to it, the vocals are great. I think the vocals and the lyrics are just absolutely outstanding. But then I picked up every little other elements of the music, like the guitars and the little minor things here and there with the time signatures and everything else. I'm thinking, this is what metal needs,
Well, you could thank Aaron Mortal for that. We went back and forth on a lot of these songs. I listened to some of the instrumentals, and they were great. I sent them back to him, had him do a few different tweaks here and there. But, I mean, he ultimately is the musician there. He's a multi-talented musician. So, like, the guitar riffs and those cool sounds you hear and the great mix that you have, that's all thanks to Aaron Mortal and JP Braddock from Earache Records Digital Distribution, because they did a lot of mixing or mastering on this album.
Nice. No, I'm going to go back to the controversy for a second. I just remember we talked about this earlier. Yesterday we were talking and you said that based on what happened, you stole 7 albums by yourself just because of that little controversy.
Oh no, they not only 7. They ended up selling all 100 Blood Splatter vinyls off of Digger's Factory. So like I was supposed to sell 100 records and I did, and 40 CDs. I'm still selling CDs. I got a few picture disc vinyls left. So yeah, the Secret Service coming to my house definitely helped my album sales, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that goes along with about anything. If you create some controversy, people are going to get interested. I mean, I certainly was when I saw all the Facebook stuff. I was like, oh my God! I didn't see the Secret Service footage, but I saw what you posted after that, and then you sent me the Secret Service footage, and I was like, holy crap! I thought to myself, this guy's doing things. He's gonna go somewhere.
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was kind of a little fucking shook when they came to my house. I mean, I kind of expected it because people were telling me that they were gonna report me and I was gonna go to jail. And I'm like, fuck, man. But I talked to my attorneys, and my attorneys told me that, look, man, it's freedom of speech. You haven't told anybody to go kill anybody, and that's what you need to tell them if they come to your house. And that's what I told them. I said, this is entertainment. And I'm not out to hurt nobody, and they understood it, so they just left. But these other people, these trolls online, and other people who feel like I am insulting their God are sending me death threats. They've got it to the point where I've had to buy a bulletproof vest. I take death threats serious, bro. I've been in places that they are serious, and I don't know if these people are serious or not. But if they come at me, one of two things is going to happen. They're going to kill me or I'm going to kill them. And neither one of those outcomes do I want. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to defend myself. I don't want to have to defend my family, because if they put my family in danger, that's a whole nother fucking ball game, brother.
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right. But the only thing that you should have to defend is your freedom of speech. But even then, you should not have to defend that because it's in the Constitution.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, I want to play Make Assassinations Great Again for the listeners, and I'm sure I'll get some death threats after this, but I really don't care. I think it's a great song.
Thank you.
Okay, Yes, sir. Okay, guys, this is Misanthropik Torment with Make Assassinations Great Again. Crank this shit up. Here you go. Okay, guys, this is DJ Cuz back on air with Erik Leviathan from Misanthropik Torment.
Eric's playing that great metal.
Yeah. So during a break when we were talking about another song that you wanted to get into, so let's talk about that.
Yeah, this one is called 19 Children Dead, Fuck the Police. Now, I don't know if anybody remembers, because, you know, most travesties are fucking yesterday's news after a few months and they go on to the next thing, but do you remember when the Uvalde school shooting happened?
Yeah, man, yeah, I remember, yes.
Do you remember that the news stated that there were police out there that just stood there waiting for the SWAT team while one man went into their school and gunned down 19 little kids?
Yep.
Do you know do you remember who ended up capturing and killing the shooter?
I don't know off the top of my head.
It was an off-duty patrol agent who heard his daughter's school was being shot up. The police didn't go in there to help. They stood by waiting. What happened to serve and protect? What happened to that? You know what I mean? So that song I wrote for those children so that they would be remembered, because I felt that they needed to be remembered, and I felt that the police needed to hear how fucking useless they are. Now, I'm not telling anybody to go out and hurt police either, but I'm just saying that, you know, these kids died for some mentally ill dude's fucking reasons, and the police didn't do a damn thing about it. They stood outside waiting around. So, you know, my question to people is, what kind of protection is that? What are the police even for if they're not going to protect our kids? You know?
Exactly. Exactly. And I had the same questions, you know, when it all unfolded, and, you know, the news and everything. I had my own questions like that, you know, but I won't get into all that because it's, you know, it's really controversial.
How can you get any more controversial than this?
That's true. But, you know, I do agree with what you're saying. I mean, what kind of protection is that if you can't go in and protect our own children, you know, and you know, all these things that went down that day, kind of like Columbine, you know, kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, kind of the same thing. And it was like, what's going on here? What type of society have we created where people cannot get their needs addressed, as far as their mental issues addressed, where they don't go through this? You know what I mean?
I feel like the world has become more impersonal than it has ever been, and it's because that people have become complacent, being led around and just told what they can and can't do, and that has led people to just being okay with being oppressed. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. So let's get into where we can find the music at, physically, you know, digitally, all that kind of stuff.
We're everywhere digitally, surprisingly. Spotify, Deezer, Napster, iHeartRadio, all the major streaming platforms have this song on it, have this album on it. The album drops on the 20th. The full album drops on the 20th, the same day as the inauguration. I did that on purpose. The physical releases will be released in Bandcamp and everything on the 24th of January. You can find them on Bandcamp. You can find them on Amazon. Pretty much everywhere, dude. All you got to do is look up Misanthropik Torment, MAGA, Make Assassinations Great Again. But, you know, so it's not hard to find us at all. You just got to Google us if you want to, or go on to my Facebook page. Everything is there.
Yeah, great. And also, I'll keep you guys in rotation here, too. You know, because like I said, I broadcast in the U.S., UK, and Europe. So there's 3 countries up there that, you know, if they listen, they're going to hear you. So, anyway, well, again, I thank you very much for being on the show with me today, Erik. I mean, it's been a great opportunity, and, you know, look forward to how things are going to unfold for you and your music here the next year or two.
Hell yeah, brother. Thank you for having me.